You guys excited about all of the new awesomeness that's coming for CRC? Yes? Excellent. I love it. I love it. You guys ready to keep this party going, yeah? Awesome. So, question, show of hands, who wants more leads? Show of hands. Yes? Okay, I'm in the right room. Now, if you want more leads, you're going to absolutely love our next presenter, because our next presenter is an expert at generating leads using social media. And if you're wondering how good she is at it, using her strategies, she's able to generate as many as 500 leads a week. What? You better come on, right? Matter of fact, the strategy she's gonna talk to you about today is the same strategy that she's used to get to over $100,000 the very first year in her credit repair business. Is it okay if I bring her to the stage so that she can show you how to use social media to generate more leads? Is that fair? If that's fair and you're ready, then you guys know how we do it. I want you up out of your seats. Put your hands together. Help me welcome to the stage Millie Marie.
Funnel queen all on the scene, abandoned at 2, from foster care to a dream.
Woo. I actually want to keep that song playing. I would like everybody to hear it. So if that's cool, y'all can run that back real quick for me. Okay. Yes.
Millie Marie, funnel queen on the scene, abandoned at 2, from foster care to a dream. Turned all the pain to purpose. With faith I was determined. Now it's funnels and freedom. That's the word that I've been serving. Turn chaos to cash flow. Just a dream, it's reality. And when you put your mind to it, you can have almost anything. Take it from me. Don't ever let them stop you. I tell you, you can reach for your dreams. I'm the funnel queen, yeah, I'm destined for my greatness. Turned every single struggle to a powerful new oasis. With faith and hustle, building my digital domain. Using AI funnels, organic growth to wash away the pain. Destined for greatness, oh yeah, that's the prophecy. Defying all the odds and building my own legacy. Destined for greatness, that's right.
Going for my dreams, yeah, I'm on an ultra beam. I'ma get it, that's for sure. I envision, then I go. I don't never look back on the go. Pray hard and then I work and that's for sure. I'ma get it, that's for sure.
Yes, all right, all right. All right.
On the go, pray harder than I work in this for sure. Hey, look.
Okay, all right. So I definitely wanted y'all to hear that. So the message that I wanted to convey through that song and through the rap was reach for your dreams. You may be counted out, and people may count you out. You never know where you're headed, right? So again, you're destined for greatness, and those are just some of the words that represent my story, okay? So I'm super excited. Y'all super excited to learn today on how you're going to be able to dominate this industry, dominate the credit repair, dominate the funding industry, all right? Y'all super excited? All right, all right. So again, I'm going to be sharing with you all today how to turn your Facebook profile into a lead and sales machine using AI, okay? So before we get started with that, I just want to give you all a little back history of who I am, because many of you all may not know. Some of you all may have seen me through social media, Instagram, Facebook, wherever, right? But some of y'all, this is y'all first time knowing, getting the chance to hear from me. So I want to let y'all know, again, I didn't grow up with the intentions of becoming an entrepreneur. I never knew where my destiny was, right? So again, I grew up abandoned, as you all heard in the song. I grew up at the age of 2, as far back as I can remember, abandoned and left in an abandoned building. Because my mother chose to take a path that she chose to take, right? So at the age of 2, again, I was left in an abandoned building. She died in a fire. From there, I was placed into foster care. And in foster care, of course, before God blessed me with the family that adopted me, bounced around from family to family. So where did that lead me? That led me through a path of, as I was growing up, not really knowing what my destiny was, not really knowing what I was destined to be. So from there, again, at the age of 7, God blessed me with an amazing family that adopted me at the age of 7. From there, from there, again, God allowed me to be placed in a family that cared for me, that loved me, that taught me morals, values, standard, and how to be a woman of God. At the age of 14, when I thought nothing else could happen in my life, now mind you, I said at age 2, I lost my biological mother, right? Placed in foster care, left in an abandoned building. At age 14, the family that cared for me, the mother who raised me to be the woman I am today, died. At the age of 14. So where did that send me? Down another downward spiral. At the age of 14, where at this point, I'm getting ready to graduate at the pivotal point of my life, going into high school. So that pretty much left me confused. Like, okay, God, you've already blessed me with the second mom in my life, right? Who's cared for me. God bless her to be able to not only adopt me, but my other siblings as well. And from there, like I said, age 14, I'm thinking going into high school, life gonna be good, life, fun, going into, being part of different activities. But from there, again, I became this kid that didn't know what to do with herself, right? I wasn't the kid that fit, like you say, you have the in crowd, the out crowd, all these different things, right? I never fitted in with anyone. I was always the shy, the introverted girl that just could not fit in. But from there, again, I'm growing up, went through high school, went through college, not knowing what to do with herself, not knowing what God had destined and planned for my life. And again, age 25, or let me backtrack, I'm sorry, age 14, whereas most kids are placed back into the system, right? That wasn't the plan God had for me. God laid it on the lady who adopted me at age 7. Her niece took me in and my siblings in. So that was a plan already that God had already bestowed upon me. Like, I could have easily been placed back into the system where nobody really cared for me. But God allowed the woman who adopted me, her family, her niece, to take me in. From there, that was an angel sent by God. That was an angel sent by God. This woman pretty much raised me from teenage years on up to be who I am today, essentially. She embedded entrepreneurship within me. She embedded hard work, dedication, and to love God and to always put him first. At the age of 25, here we go again. She dies. At the age of 25, not only did she died from cancer, and I was the one that took care of her. So when we talk about, I heard Daniel say, credit didn't find me, or we didn't choose credit, essentially, right? So before she passed away, God laid it on me to take care of her. And at this time, I pretty much had quit my job. I wasn't an entrepreneur at this time or anything of that sort. Really didn't even think about what entrepreneurship was, essentially. But although she was an entrepreneur at heart, she had many businesses. She was a real estate investor, real estate agent. She had a non-for-profit organization. So we were always working. When I say she embedded hard work within us, she embedded hard work within us. That is all that I've seen growing up. She helped cultivate the skill within me to be an entrepreneur. She helped cultivate and bring forth what I didn't even know that I had as a graphic designer, right? So we started a business, I'm going backwards, right? We started a business because her husband, who became my dad, passed away in 2007. So as you all see, what I'm pretty much trying to convey here is that throughout my life, I've lost many people in my life, right? That put me in positions where I was like confused, losing my mind, depressed, and all these different things. So from her husband passing away, we started a business called Be Encouraged. That is the name of my business today. We started a business where we're pretty much providing services to families who was losing their loved ones, obituary, things like that, right? So like I was saying, she helped cultivate the skill within me to be able to become this entrepreneur that I am today. But anyway, moving on. She passed away. Before she passed away, I was in position to take care of her. I left my job. And at this particular time, I'm like, I'm losing my job to take care of her, but I did not have the funds that I needed to be able to survive, right? So I'm like, okay, let me tap into some credit. My auntie was like, well, Millie, get a credit card. And I'm like, a credit card? I'm never, we didn't grow up using credit cards and different things like that. So I got access to the credit card. Well, I'm sorry. I went to apply for the credit card, and I couldn't get a credit card. Not because I had bad credit, but because I had no credit. We didn't grow up learning how to build credit and different things like that. So the only thing I could do was to apply for a secured credit card. So from there, this is when I started trying to educate myself on the importance of credit, how do you structure a credit profile, different things like that. So the bank pretty much said you have to put your own funds to be able to get this credit card. So as life transitioned, she passed away. I pretty much went down a downward spiral. I was pretty much depressed for an entire year. So again, this is the woman who raised me from teenage years on up. She passed away. I went down a downward spiral. For a year, I was about to depress. But as going through this year, I'm like, God, I know that there's something that you have for me other than just me being in this estate that I'm currently in. So from there, I decided, hey, it's time to get up, pick yourself up, and keep moving, right? So I decided to go back to school. I traveled to Arizona to finish my degree. So I graduated in 2018 with my bachelor's degree in information technology and multimedia design. So where I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to schools because my desire was to be a graphic designer in the school system. I'm from Chicago, so I wanted to be a graphic designer in the school system. That was not the plan God had for me. I literally, by the time I was getting ready to graduate, I decided to move back home from Arizona to Chicago, and literally I was like, working 9 to 5 is not for me. I was already running my business part-time as a graphic designer, like I was saying, was providing obituary services and design services. So I decided to say, hey, working a 9 to 5 was not for me. I was going to school, working my business part-time, and working in a family business, pretty much their entire account manager, which is running everything. Not knowing that entrepreneurship was the path that God wanted me to go in, you know? So I was like, you know what? This is not for me. I decided to quit my job. I moved back home in 2018 in preparation to graduate with my bachelor's degree now. So mind you, I'm thinking to myself like, okay, you finish school, why you decide to go in debt first before you decide to, after you decide to graduate, So I'm like, why you didn't come up with this idea before you decided to get in debt with student loans and things? So I'm like, okay. So I'm going. I left, I quit my job 2018, quit my job, graduated with my bachelor's degree, bought my first home. And I'm like, okay, God, what is the next plan for me? So I went into entrepreneurship full time. Now, mind you, again, as within the plan, like you never know the plan that God has for you. So again, I decided to quit my job, but I was going full-fledged into my design, print, and marketing business. But as I'm going through this design, print, and marketing business, essentially, again, I'm walking on the plan that I didn't know. I didn't have no direction, no mentorship, no guidance. Now, mind you, all of my mother figures is now gone. So I'm just pretty much here by myself. So I'm trying to figure life out. I'm trying to figure out the plan that God had for me. And he started placing people within my life to help and guide me and instruct me. So 2019, how I started into credit repair was through a network marketing company. At the same time, I'm still running my design, print, and marketing business. So I got into network marketing, offering credit repair services. But in network marketing, what do they teach you? How to market, right? They don't teach you the fundamentals and the things that you need to know about how to actually fix credit. So I wanted to learn more about, okay, how do I actually help clients fix their credit and move on to achieve the things that they wanted to achieve? So from there, I invested into my first mentorship. That was Recession Proof. I'm not sure if y'all familiar with that program. RPX in the house. Where y'all at? So I invested into my first mentorship, and from there, I started to learn more about how to fix credit, how to help change lives of people, right? Learning how to get access to funding. So from there, I was able to start marketing my business online to be able to take my business to the next level. Now, mind you, I'm an introvert, right? I'm an introvert. I don't like being on camera. I never like talking in front of people. At that time, I was starting to invest into different coaches, and they're like, Millie, you have to be able to connect with the people. You can't hide behind the scenes because people want to know your true value and how you're going to be able to impact them. So I'm like, man, this is going to be really hard for me. I'm used to being able to just, make posts on social media, not being in front of the camera, all these different things, right? So as I'm going on, I'm steady trying to shy away from being the face of my company. Again, the name of my company is called Be Encouraged. With them Be Encouraged, I not only founded or started the design, print, and marketing, but I also launched a clothing line. The clothing line was called Be Encouraged Apparel. So now I'm like, okay, I got this clothing line. My desire and my goal was to impact, inspire, and uplift and encourage others because I know where I've come from. I know the things that I've been through as a foster child, right? So a lot of different things transpired in life. I started all these different businesses, but it was to the point where it was like, I'm doing all these different things because your coaches is telling you 7 streams of income, right? You gotta have 7 streams of income. At the time, I didn't truly understand what that really meant. I'm thinking I gotta have credit business, funding business, design, print, and marketing. From there, I started learning about starting car rentals, if y'all familiar with Turo, and all these different things. I literally launched all these different businesses. They were all doing good, making money. But I wasn't complete. I was overworked, overpaid, technically, right? I'm starting businesses. God was blessing me. They was doing well. But it was just to the point where it's like, okay, you're doing too much, you're doing too much. One day I was on social media, and the lady, Dr. Sonia, was like, many of you all are hearing that you need to have 7 streams of income, right? She was like, we need to go deep, not wide. What does that mean? Go deep, not wide. Yes, you may need to have 7 streams of income, but you don't need to have 7 different businesses, right? So a light bulb clicked on for me, like, wow, this is truly amazing. So from there, what did I do? I started alleviating a lot of different things that I was doing, and I started focusing on one thing. So a lot of my students or people that I'm surrounded around now, they say, Millie, I'm doing taxes, I'm doing credit, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I said, pick your lane. Pick your lane. Because if you're trying to run all of these different businesses, when it comes to social media, what do you want to be known for? You have to pick one thing and go really hard and focus on that, because you can create multiple streams of income within one industry. So what I learned is, okay, I need to go deep and not wide. So I started focusing on my digital marketing business, and how I even got into digital marketing was through the credit repair. When I invested into my first mentorship, he was teaching us how to be able to make additional income outside of just the services that you provide for credit repair. How can you make money online? Through digital products. And that's what I'm going to talk to you all about today, being able to not just provide a service, but also be able to take that same service and monetize it through digital products, through courses, through mentorships, through ebooks and things of that sort. So from there, I'm going to share with you all, let's see, okay. So I'm going to share with you all how to be able to generate leads and sales online by monetizing your skill set and your expertise, okay? So what if I told you there was a highly targeted source of leads and sales that you didn't even know existed online, okay? And right now, you're missing opportunities simply because your profile isn't designed to convert. So this is an opportunity that most business owners overlook, okay? So by a raise of hands, how many of you all are actually promoting your services on Facebook? By a raise of hands. That's awesome. So I'm gonna take y'all on this journey with me, okay? So as I was saying, when I started promoting my business online, my coaches was telling me, Millie, you have to become the face of your brand. You have to build a personal brand. I'm like, okay, I'm an introvert. I'm not a camera person. I don't want people to see me, all these different things, right? But I learned that the moment that you step out on faith and you start to share with people who you are, what it is you represent, you can start to build a tribe. You can start impacting the lives of others. Okay, because there's many people that, I wanted to hide who I was. I wanted to hide my story and not share it, right? But the moment that I started sharing my story online was the moment people started trusting in me. Was the moment people started having faith in what I provide, that it works for them, right? So that's one of the biggest things when I'm talking about social media is be you, be authentic, be true, show your true self. I talk to a lot of clients, and by the way, when I transitioned from offering credit repair services, I started helping credit repair and funding experts online. So a lot of people, when they talk to me, when I'm talking to these credit pros, they're like, Millie, they telling me the same thing that I was experiencing. I don't want to be on camera, all these different things. Or they've gotten to a level of success that is all that they share. They sharing the flashy cars, the jewelry, and all these different things. I'm like, but people want to know, how did you get there? You have to share the journey, okay? So when you're online, you don't have to be in a position where I was just talking to someone, the lifestyle marketing. That's good, but how did you get there? So you have to share your ups and your downs. You have to share the journey that you took. And even when it comes to credit repair, a lot of times people, when you're trying to provide your services, like I think that was Dustin talking the other day, all the clickbait, All the sharing of the deletions, people don't really care about that. What they want to understand is the value that credit repair offers, the value that the transformation that these things can provide and how it can change your lives. So when you're promoting online, you have to share the transformation. When people understand, hey, when you fix your credit, you can get access to funding. When you fix your credit, you can change lives by being able to become a first-time home buyer. When you fix your credit, you can start a business because now maybe if you need funding, if you need the money from the bank, you can actually go leverage that. When you're promoting in such a way like that, people tend to understand because what does it do? It's solving a problem for them. But if we're promoting, hey, I can get negative items removed from your credit report, I can get collections and things like that removed from your credit report. A lot of times that goes over people's head, right? So even for us, we got to think about how do we step into credit repair? Like Daniel said, we didn't choose it. It chose us. So when you're talking about it online and you're sharing it with other people, share your story. When I talked about how I got into credit repair and that technically I didn't have bad credit, but I didn't have no credit, and I was able to share how through that journey I was taking care of my mom who was suffering from cancer and I quit my job, it clicked on for people because you're sharing your story, so that's very important, okay? So the process that I want to share with you all today is a social media lead domination blueprint, okay? This is a 3-step process that I utilize, that I have been utilizing for the last 8 years of being able to generate leads online, okay? The very first step is you want to be able to optimize your Facebook profile, okay? You want to be able to connect a funnel, okay? That's pretty much a landing page like we've been talking about with the CRC Marketing Hub. And you also want to be able to drive free traffic. So I believe that was Bruce that was talking about being able to have a predictable lead system in your business is very important. But as new business owners, a lot of times people don't quite have the funds available yet to invest into like paid marketing. So there is other types of marketing that you can utilize, which is called organic marketing. So as a business owner, one of my famous quotes that I always say when I'm talking to my clients and my students is, the more leads you create, the more cash flow you will generate. I want y'all to write that down. The more leads you create, the more cash flow you will generate, okay? So that's very important. So step 1 of this 3-step framework is to be able to optimize your profile on your social media pages. Utilize your social media as a billboard to your business, okay? So you want to make sure that you have clear positioning, a clear value statement, and clear transformation. What is it that you're providing as a CRO, as a credit repair business owner, okay? And provide clear next steps. We also have to think about social media as is rented traffic, okay? So we don't want to be in a position where we're renting the traffic from social media. We want to own the traffic. So this is where your landing pages and your funnels comes into place. It is very handy, okay? So I'm going to try to wrap up. I think I'm running out of time, okay? So again, optimizing your Facebook profile, setting up a landing page or a funnel to be able to collect the traffic as you're promoting on social media. And that's simply email, name, and phone number, okay? When you're collecting email, name, and phone number, you're building your list. That is very important as a business owner. I've been in position many times where I'm promoting on social media, I'm getting traffic, building an audience, and what do Facebook come and do? They come and shut you down, okay? So never put yourself in a position where you in position to shut your business down from Facebook or Instagram, any social media platform. So you always want to be able to build an email list. So every time when we're thinking about Facebook, every time someone likes your post, leave a comment, engage in Facebook groups, that is traffic that you're generating. Though people have eyeballs on your Facebook profile, okay? So we never realize that the amount of traffic that we're getting because we don't have our social media pages set up properly. So you want to make sure that it is set up, and again, consider your profile as a billboard, okay? So there's a 10-second rule. You have about 10 seconds to be able to capture the attention of your audience, okay? In those 6 seconds, you want to make sure that your cover photo on your Facebook profile, your bio, profile picture is all optimizing to be able to convey what it is that you do, how you help, and who you serve, okay? When you do this, again, there's 5 key points on your Facebook profile. Again, profile picture, cover photo, right? Your bio and your pinned post. These are key elements in your social media profile that you need to make sure that you have optimized, okay? On your cover photo, you want to tell your story, who you helped, show the transformation, okay? And from there, you want to, again, clearly identify what it is that you do. I help, and you want to choose your industry. So if in the credit repair industry, let's say you decide you want to work with beauty pros. I help beauty professionals, right, clean their credit and get access to funding. That's just a clear way that you can kind of state that. When people understand what it is you do, you tend to attract the people that your ideal client, okay? On your pinned post, you want to have a high-value post at the top of your profile that conveys a testimonial, a success story, or a valuable piece of content that conveys to your audience, again, what it is that you do, okay? Now, step 2 of this process is, again, your lead magnet. How do you generate leads? You want to give something away for free and value to be able to attract your ideal clients so that you can begin to build your email list, okay? Again, your email list is very, very important. So the best way to get you to your profile visitors is for them to take action on your profile and your products and services is to offer something for free. Offer a valuable ebook, course, or something that you can give away in exchange for collecting name, email, and phone number, okay? From there, how do you give them access to this lead magnet? You want to build a landing page, okay, a funnel, so that you can attract those leads and collect that information. So take a screenshot of this or picture. This is pretty much the format in which I build out my clients' landing pages or funnels so that you can, again, be able to get that information in exchange. So you want to go from your profile, Facebook profile, to a landing page where you're going to give them access to that lead magnet, and you want to send them to a thank you page. On your thank you page is when you can now offer your credit repair services and say, hey, I have 3 packages available. You can get access to our diamond package, premium package, or whatever the case may be, right? As you know, we talked about TSR. There's a lot of different things you can and cannot do. Take a screenshot of this. On your landing page, you want to highlight the headline. Your headline is what's going to clearly state what you're giving them access to. A mock-up of your lead magnet, the 3 benefits of that lead magnet, and then feature testimonials, who you've helped, the transformation that you have provided, and then you want to introduce yourself. This is very important because you want to be able to position yourself as the authority in the space, okay? Always get the email. Always get the email whenever you're giving anyone access. Again, this is important when you have your Facebook profile optimized and you're taking that traffic and you're building your email list, okay? Now, I want y'all to go ahead and screenshot this. So if you're a business owner and you're getting ready to you're trying to set up your offers, your lead magnets and different things like that, I'm giving away free funnels and pre-designed mock-ups that you all can utilize to be able to start this process, okay? All right. Lastly, okay? As I mentioned earlier, the biggest thing when it comes to being a business owner is your lead generation process. Driving traffic to your landing pages. So how do you drive traffic? We talked about content. This is 3 ways. Take a screenshot. You can comment and engage on your social media profile, posting valuable content and creating new connections, okay? So anytime, again, that you're communicating, you want to join Facebook groups, right? Engaging on social media. Now that your profile funnel is set up, you can drive on-demand traffic directly from your smartphone. You can literally be on your phone, engaging, posting content, joining Facebook groups, building connections, and building the people that like you, right? That like, know, and trust factor. That's very important, okay? So this is the content system. So if you're familiar with traffic, okay, we have cold traffic, which is people that don't know anything about you, so you're trying to build the awareness. So take a screenshot of this. This is the type of content in each of these different phases that you want to be able to create content around. Cold traffic, warm traffic, and hot traffic. So if you're just starting to generate traffic online, you're starting to create content, you want to create valuable content, you want to tell your story, you want to build the authority, you want to start building connection, okay? So Facebook post inspiration. Take a screenshot of this as well. This is different types of content that you can create on a day-to-day basis that allow you to start building up the authority in what it is that you do, okay? Lastly, join Facebook groups and interact. There's 3 ways that you could drive traffic to your profile funnel or to your social media pages: interacting, posting content, and building relationships inside of Facebook Messenger, okay? So this is pretty much the end of my presentation. Again, I want y'all to repeat with me. The more leads you create, the more cash flow you will generate. In order to scale your business and take your business to the next level, this is one of the key important factors as a business owner. If you do not have leads coming into your business every day, it's almost impossible to generate cash flow, okay? How you choose to generate those leads is different types of traffic: organic traffic, paid traffic. Utilize them all to be able to take your business to the next level, and I'll see you all later. Have a blessed day.
Millie Marie, everybody! Give it up for Millie. Y'all take screenshots, right? Did that funnel stuff make sense, yes? Do you see how what she did pre-sold the individual on who she was? Does that make sense? So by the time they get to her, they're already pre-sold, and they're like much more likely to buy. Am I making sense? To become a client. Am I making sense?